All right, hello. This is going to be a reading for the new moon in Gemini. New moon falls on Friday for those of us in the southern hemisphere on the 21st, and on Thursday for those of you in the northern hemisphere on the 20th. As always, these are generalized energy readings, and I'm speaking to one color of the collective rainbow. So if what I'm saying resonates and is hitting home, then I'm speaking to your color. The setup is going to be the same as always. We've got our primary card up top, which is the general energy of what's going on. Could also be the general energy of your current situation or of your current state of being, but it's the umbrella card. It's giving us a snapshot of what the energy of the lunar cycle is doing. Then we've got our shadow card down here, which is the energy that we need to bring into light. It's not always easy to see the full picture. It's actually rare that you can see the whole full picture. So I'm bringing through the shadow card so that we can see these energies that may be affecting us in a way that we don't understand, and helping it be brought into light so that we can get a better sense and a better fullness of our situation as a whole. Then we've got our block and our path, our pathway read. Up top, we've got the block. This is the energy that may be keeping us feeling stuck, or could be the energies that are at play in a situation that are keeping us felt like we're held in place. And then we've got our path, which is the energies that would be helpful to embody or that you can think about bringing into your situation to help yourself move forwards or to become unstuck and become free. If you like what I'm saying and you like what I am putting out, then I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear comments, suggestions for reads. You can find me on Indigo Instinct Healing here on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and Instagram at Indigo Instinct Healing, and as well on my website under the same name. But for now, we'll get to the reading. In the Master of Dualities, that is Gemini, and we've also just shifted into Gemini season out of Taurus season. So for some of you that might be really helpful, and for some of you it might be a bit more sticky. I'm going to use this as our primary. And I'll leave our pathway for now. So our general energy for this lunar cycle is the Hermit. I know that some of you have been in isolation for a long time, and some of you may just be coming out. This call of the Hermit to retreat and pull back isn't so much socially, it's more energetically. So are you trying to put yourself out there in all places at once, or did you maybe start something during lockdown or during that isolation that isn't quite there yet, that hasn't quite come to fruition? The Hermit card's asking you to pull yourself back in and continue to work on that, and not just abandon and forget all of the effort that you really started, because these little nest eggs that are made in times of seclusion and retreat, they can be really, really valuable to us as a whole. So we need to maintain kind of carving out a little bit of time to allow us to still work on what it is that we're trying to grow and what it is that we're trying to nurture. So yes, it's going to be desired, I guess, to really reach out. And I mean, spring's coming it's coming in Nova Scotia, but it's really there in a lot of the northern hemisphere. Might even be shifting into feelings of summer. So that desire to really be way out there and to expend all of our energy with our friends or with the people we haven't connected with since all the COVID stuff really started, it is going to be tempting to do so, but it's really important to keep that element of rest and recharge and pulling yourself inwards, knowing that there's still aspects of yourself that need your attention and need your care, and that you've come so far, and it's really worth it to keep going on that, tending to it. Kind of like not putting out like a baby seedlings out into exposure too soon. You want to keep nurturing it so it's a bit more fortified, and then you can transplant it or put it into more exposed soil. Our shadow card, this is going to mean a couple of different things for depending on who you are, depending on how this resonates. But the Traveler card is about shifting your perception and shifting maybe the direction that you've been really pushing at or you've been trying to work isn't working for you. So you've just got to lift the record needle and move it and put it down on a different record. It's not necessarily about travel, although for some of you, you may see this as that sign that is, I was thinking about doing this, I was thinking about going. The answer is yep, you can do that now, and now's the time to move. But for a lot of you, and for the energy that I'm picking up for this card, it's more about perspective and approach to stuff. So if you're not really getting a lot of headway in the direction that you've been moving in, take a step back, reevaluate, and move into a different direction. You don't have to totally abandon what you were doing, but just see if you can come at it from a different angle, because I find that might be, just fixing the camera here, that might be the key to feeling more free in your movement, is just changing the way that you approach it. So put on a different hat, put on a different lens and go back into the same situation, but go in with a different state of mind or a different approach. For our pathway card, our pathway read, our block on top here is a white witch. Interesting. So the block this is a lot about innocence and getting to that phase where you're kind of just starting to leap and spread your wings, but you may not have that sort of confidence that will really allow you to hit the ground running. So when the white witch comes up as a block, it's that you're playing small. You're playing small and you're asking for too little, and it's okay to not know everything, and it's also okay to use the resources that you have, but that doesn't mean that you stay home because you don't know where the path is going. So it's really encouraging you to not really pull up your socks. I think that's a bit harsh, but more kind of gather the courage that you have and, fake it till you make it all the way. But gather what you can and gather what you know and set out and set out on that journey and make that step or make that decision, because your innocence isn't going to prevent you from doing anything. It's preventing you from feeling like you're capable. And then for our path, we've got spring. So going back to this kind of nourishing our seedlings and nourishing what we've worked on here. This is, again, it's about nurturing and allowing what we've planted to get bigger and to bear fruit and to show us the effort and the reward that's coming to us. So some of it's patience, some of it is allowing us to watch and watch things unfold, which can be really challenging because we're very much a do society. We get praised on action and we get praised on accomplishment and actually seeing these things happen or change, and there's not a lot of attention that's put on, Oh, just sliding here. There we go. It's pretty hot under the light. There's not a lot of attention that's put on allowing things to unfold and actually allowing them to grow. So a little bit of this is about patience and just, keep tending the garden and keep working on it, but also knowing that it is growing and knowing that your seeds are unfolding. A lot of what happens when we get close to success is that we give up. And it's really easy to feel like, things aren't growing fast enough or they're not growing enough. So we're just going to toss it. So I know that waiting can be a bit of a trigger word right now for those who have been in isolation and who have been, trapped. Maybe if you're in the UK or in somewhere in Europe where things are a lot tighter and a lot more constricted. I know this can seem like a frustrating card, but just allow yourself the benefit of the doubt that things are truly growing and things are actually going to come to fruition. And that you don't need to be blocked by what you don't know. So it's okay that things are growing slowly, but there's movement there. That is all I have for you today. Please feel free to leave me a comment, like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Love to hear from you, love to hear your thoughts, and I hope everyone is well out there in the world. Until next time.